Which YouTubers have you seen in public, James?
Well, I saw JMX, and he was wearing this high-vis jacket and running away from...
No snitching on this podcast.
Okay, sorry. No, I saw JMX once, and he was like very near. He was like outside of the apartment somewhere, and I remember I was like, I just did not look in his direction because one thing I'm really bad at is social interactions that I'm not expecting.
Right.
What did you say, Will?
Social situations.
Okay, yeah, no, that's probably quite close. If I have time to kind of like prepare what's going to happen in a social scenario, then that's fine. But there's been a time where it was a couple of years back, I was in King's Cross Station, and there was someone who went to my secondary school who I was decent enough friends with. We were in a similar kind of friendship group, maybe one removed, a guy called Harry, and he bumped into me at King's Cross Station, and I completely crumbled. It was not like a natural situation for me. I was like, I'm going to university. Where are you going? And he was like, I'm just going to go and post this. And I was like, I'll come with you. And then I walked with him to the post office and just kind of stood with him.
Do you
and
not
then
have
went,
preconceived... I don't know, maybe it's just a weird thing I do, but I have like preconceived conversations just so that I can navigate my way in and out if I have to.
No, but that's my issue. Those conversations take me hours. I need to like realistically have my ideas prepared before it's like if anyone ever has a disagreement with me, I write essays trying to like work out where my thoughts are at and like how to like speak my words and I like get it done right. And then after this fucking like being inside of him and like just watching him post something, I then walked out and I was like, right, I'm gonna go to university now. And he was like, okay, cool. And then I was like, see you later. And of course we both walked in the same direction. And then I saw my friends and I was like, I'm just going to wait here for a second. Right before the lights. I was like, I'm just going to wait here for a second. And he stopped as well. And I was just like, oh God, please stop. I was like, but you have been sent here to torture me and it's working. So yeah, I'm dreadful.
I don't know how I get away with mine because if I want to leave a conversation, I just go, I've really got to make a video. And I'm amazed nobody's called me out for it because normally I go 3 weeks after that without posting and nobody says a word. I just go, yeah, I'm sorry, I've got to get back. I've really got to make a video. But I don't post for 3 weeks and I don't know how I managed to avoid it. But it's the easy out.
I remember like after the first lockdown, I remember being in a room with, I think it was Will, Kieran and Mia. And I remember just being stood in the corner because it had been so long since I'd spent any time with anyone that wasn't Aria. And I was just like sat there. Well, they stood there in the kitchen while other people were sat down. And I was going, do I sit down now? Do I go and take a seat? I feel like I take a seat now. And then Will like turned to me and was like, you're right. And I was like, I'm not used to this yet.
Oh, it's going to be weird seeing... Because the thing is, with us, it's not even going to be like you go and see a couple people. Like, I mean, I'm right back on the football pitch with fucking like 28 people.
So super spreader.
Yeah, we're going to bring it back.
I would much rather that because you can hide in a crowd. That's the best thing about when there's a lot of people there. You can hide in a crowd, interject every now and then. You are not forced to carry a conversation. But if you have a one-on-one interaction with someone, you owe half of the chat. At all times. It cannot be one way.
There's also nothing to talk about at the moment.
Unless it's Alex, then you 20%.
Yeah, in which case, that's one of the brilliant things is you can stand there and be like, this is good. We're good for 3 hours. And that's very reassuring.
I just hate silence. I hate silence so much. But it's really tested because there's nothing to talk about like at all.
Yeah.
So what I find myself doing if I end up speaking to somebody is, and I only catch myself doing it about halfway through, but I'll be in a conversation and I'll be like, I've said that 3 times. And that's what I'll be like, but I've definitely said that 3 times. And then I'll catch myself and I'll be like, I've got to go make a video.
That's the out. That's a brilliant out.
Yeah, but I like to upload.
I don't really have an out yet. I'm working on that. I'll get back to you.